I was traveling for half of April, okay? And so I'm fully aware that's why I have not even come to terms with the fact that it's April because we left like with 2 days left in March and then came back and it was April 11th or something. And now I feel like I'm still not even fully grasping the fact that it is April. But it's okay. Here we are, April. And it's been great. It's been so fun. I got to go experience a different side of the world I haven't been on yet. We went to Central and South America. So cool, so wild, unique, fun, like literally hanging out in rainforest. We went whitewater rafting in Costa Rica. We got to do like a whole Panama Canal tour. We got to go and do coffee tasting in Colombia, a Jeep tour in Aruba, and then we got to go visit some of Matt's family in Curacao. So literally just so fun. It was a jam-packed 2 weeks. Loved, loved, loved it. And it really went like so smooth as far as travel goes. There weren't any like major hiccups or anything. It was so easy. My passport still has my maiden name on it, so it says, Annabelle Miller instead of Annabelle Grubb. So that always makes me nervous when traveling, but how blessed am I that I have not been able to get a new passport since I changed my name, which I did change my name 2 years into our marriage because I was not going to change my name. Like I was straight up just not going to change it. But then I felt bad, so it was my anniversary present to Matt for our 2 year anniversary. That's a whole separate thing. Anyways, yeah. So I need to go get a new passport. I need to go change that. But I think we're finally gonna have a lull in travel, so I can do that. I don't have. This is like the first time since my first international trip. I don't have any trips planned. Like literally, not even like a stateside trip. Like there is nothing planned, which is both exciting and so sad. Exciting because it just is like, okay, where are we gonna go next? And we have a few options that are like bigger, more major trips that we want to take. And then we also have a few like local options here in the US. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm loving traveling. It's so fun. Speaking of loving things, I felt like we just needed a good product like reset kind of situation where I just share with you my favorite products right now. Now, this is not because I am in any way trying to say you need these things, but these are just genuinely products in my life, items in my life that are making my life better. Genuinely. Like I have been using them regularly, daily, and they're helping make my life better. And I want to share that with you because this is just gonna be honest. And none of this is sponsored. None of this is anything where it's like, oh, I'm making money. This is just genuinely the things that are making my life better right now across the board. Okay. So we're gonna jump in. First of all, we're gonna talk about a little bit of skincare because I want to do a full episode about this. Maybe we'll do this next week, where I have literally taken my skin and like transformed it. Okay. And not just me, there's other people involved, and I'll get into all that. But my skin was going through a messy journey this fall. Like, I mean, so bad. Like, really bad cystic acne. I also was having an allergic reaction to something. One of the products that I had been using. Turns out I'm like allergic to like this coconut stuff that people put in facial cleansers to give it that foam. If that's in there, my eyes will blow up and like literally not open and get super red, itchy, dry skin, like scaly, like literally the worst. Okay. Have that in my eyes, and it was horrible. So I was going through all this cystic acne. I also was going through an ear infection. All of my eyes were super puffy, and all of this was happening, and it was all like my face skin. So bad, so bad. But we came out on the other side. So some of the products that I am loving, and again, I'll go through that whole situation of all the things I'm doing for my skin, but I have loved switching my skincare line to Face Reality. Okay. I use two serums in the morning, their hydration gel and their barrier cream, as well as their toner. So I use that. I also use their sulfur spot treatment and their acne med at night in addition to the other serums. Okay, I love it. I've been really consistent with like morning and night skincare, both of them, and it's been major for me. I think for a while I wasn't that consistent, and then as I started going through hormone changes, it just got really messy. So here we are, worked out great, 10 out of 10, love. And with that, then switching to clean beauty has been so helpful. Like there's no pore cloggers, there's no acne inflammation ingredients in the makeup I'm using now. Love it. Love it. So I'm using Tubes & Co. blush, Love their blush so much. I feel like it's just like one of those stick blushes. So, so good. Let me tell you my favorite makeup though. It is the Color Science Sunscreen Tint, okay? So it's a 50 SPF, which is so important. You should be wearing your SPF every single day. And I put this on, and I'm not even kidding. It's not a foundation because it's not cakey, but it goes on white and then literally morphs to the shade of your skin. Like the shade. Like I had my mom try it, and we have very different skin tones. And she literally, like, it perfectly matched the pH level of her skin. Honestly, there's so much science behind it. It's so cool. Color Science is what's called, and it's skin tint. I don't have any on right now because I did want to like just have like a raw face in case you're watching the video to see like a little bit of acne scarring. But honestly, oh my gosh, so much better. So much better than it was. Insane. So loving that. And then obviously I will always love Merit Beauty with their concealer stick. I have the color, I think it's called Bone. Yeah, it's Bone, and that's what I use for that. And then I love the Thrive mascara. Mascara, it's a tubing mascara, so that way, like, you know, it's not flaking off all day, and it really does elongate the eyelashes. So that's pretty much all I'm wearing for makeup though, is I'll do my Color Science SPF, I will do my blush, and then mascara, and then concealer for just like some basic spot treatment. That's it. That's my go-to makeup look. I'm loving it so much. It's so light. It's so perfect for spring, summer, all of that. It's not cakey, it doesn't feel hot, and it's actually protecting my skin. So that is my skincare beauty stuff that I'm just loving right now. Let's talk a little bit about my closet. What am I loving in the closet? Cezanne. I am loving Cezanne so much. It is a French brand that I discovered, and I love every single one of their pieces. Trying to determine what your actual style is so fun. And not saying that your style can't change throughout time, but I do think I've really just like come into my own as far as like, okay, I know what I like and what I feel confident in. And it's usually like an upscale, business casual sounds bad. I'm gonna say maybe more like an elevated, chic look. So I am a sucker for a good pair of slacks, okay? Like a dress pant, but then you dress it down with a chunky sneaker and a t-shirt, okay? So my favorite dress slacks come from Lululemon, which sounds so basic, but they really are so great. They're airy, they have great pockets, and they fit really well. And I just love them. They have good color options. The Lulu slacks are my favorite. So I will pair a Lulu slack with a like kind of like vintage t-shirt or something. My favorite one right now. Where did I get it? I can't remember, but it says like won't work without coffee or something. And it's like this gray vintage tee and it says coffee culture on it. It's stunning. And I'll pair that and then like a giant chunky sneaker. And I don't even think chunky sneakers are technically in right now, like trend wise, but I will never be over a chunky sneaker. And then like some gold jewelry. That right there to me is the perfect outfit, and it is like what I live in. I love it so much. I also love a good like cut off sweater right now, so like a sleeveless sweater, because it is so hot here in Texas, and I think I'm not over sweaters ever. So having like a cut off sweater like that, so cute, so chic. I also love to like showcase my tattoos on my arms, and I just feel like it's so cool. So we have that. And for Cezanne specifically, there we go. I think that they do a really good job with their pretty blouses. Like, I hate the word blouse. I think that might be my least favorite word in the world. Like, the whole world is blouse. A really good, unique shirt. Okay, a top. I think they do the best at it because the cuts of what they do is so fun. Like they'll do a button up, but then they'll do this really fun collar on it, or they'll do like a really fun addition to the sleeve. And I just have been loving their pieces so much. I also love their matching sets because they're just elevated. They're so elevated, so chic, and it feels very me. It's who I aspire to be fashion wise. And I've loved really like drilling down on like what I wear. If you see an outfit, you should be able to be like, Belle would wear that, Belle wouldn't wear that. And you're not me. So anyways, that's like so crazy. But I also have been loving my On Cloud shoes, okay? So I get really bad blisters on my feet. Like, I mean, anytime I walk anywhere with any shoe, there's a blister on my foot. So the On Cloud shoes are like one of the only shoes that I don't regularly get blisters in, and it is so nice. I love them so much. They're also made from Switzerland, and like just like that kind of like engineering mindset. I love Switzerland. I think they're like the smartest people in the entire world. I love them so much. Just the country, I love everything about Switzerland. So there's something about that where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I will wear Swiss shoes. All that to say, 10 out of 10, super cute, very comfortable, great for working out, great for walking, and great for just like everyday errands. Love them. Okay. So now let's get into wellness essentials right now. Yeah. Okay. I've talked a little bit about this, but I feel like it takes 7 times for someone to hear something before it clicks. So here we are. The Nordic Naturals supplements every single day. The quality of the ingredients you're putting in your body is so amazing. And there is such a difference when you're consistent with your supplements. And supplements are not replacements. All right, you're gonna think I'm so stupid. I thought the word supplement meant to replace. I thought a supplement was to replace a certain part of your diet. So that way, like, okay, like if I take a zinc supplement, I don't need to worry about having zinc in my diet. Not true. Not true at all, actually. A supplement means to come alongside and support. So now I use the word supplement like quite often in my day to day life now that I know what it actually means. And it's basically like a support that goes alongside whatever you're doing. So I'm going to like supplement my diet by supporting it with some additional nutrients. So I'm loving that. I take a prebiotic, I take zinc, I take a vitamin D and omega, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I love those so much. I'm very vitamin D deficient. I think most people are, but check your own blood levels just to be sure. And then obviously the zinc is for my skin and inflammation. Probiotics are really good. I cannot take a daily, like one daily pill. I love the idea of that. I love the idea of a daily pill. But there's something, vitamin B12 is very inflammatory. Very inflammatory. So as I was kind of going through this skin journey of so much inflammation in my body, that was not helping. So I had to switch over to piecemealing it together, and Nordic Naturals is my favorite. I just ordered it on Amazon. So easy, so simple, 10 out of 10. And my Aura Ring. I literally love my Aura Ring with my entire heart. It's so amazing. So, so amazing. It helps make sure that I am constantly working towards my health goals, truthfully. It's helped a lot with giving me tips on better sleep. It will help remind me like, hey, your stress levels are a little high today, maybe take a break. It'll remind me like, hey, if you want to get a good night's sleep tonight, it's time to start winding down. It's just so helpful. And I love having like a little bit of insight, and I don't even notice it at all. It's completely waterproof. I wore it into the ocean. I like do not take this off unless I'm charging it. Charges so fast, and usually I just charge it while I hop in the shower. And then as soon as I'm done showering, I put it back on and it never dies on me. It's never died. I love this thing so much. So then let's go into like my daily routine, okay? My daily routine, things that I'm loving. Let's talk about Trade Coffee. Okay, so I do have a separate partnership with them. This is just in like the total transparency of it all, but they're not paying me to say anything like this. And they also don't pay me. They just send me coffee sometimes. Trade Coffee is the most genius thing ever, and I will die on this hill, okay? I love Trade Coffee. So first of all, they have a coffee subscription. So you go on and take this whole coffee quiz, like how creative do you like to be with your coffee? What's your favorite way to make your coffee? All of that. And certain brews you like, certain notes you like, all of that. And then they literally set you up with a subscription where they will send you coffee to match how much you drink. So if you drink 2 cups a day, you're going to get it more regularly than if you drink 3 cups a week, okay? And they literally just send you coffee, and it's a subscription. You never have to worry, you never have to run out. It's so nice. They're so consistent. They will allow you the space to try different coffees from different regions, different flavors, all sorts of stuff, and then they'll also give you the space to just have good coffee. Like if you find your favorite, they'll just send you your favorite over and over. So good. They also do really fun kits. So what I've been loving personally is the cold brew kit from them. They have like this whole cold brew maker. They have coffee that is specifically ground to just do really well with cold brew specifically. And I am loving cold brew right now. Cold brew is where it's at for me. I think I'm in my cold brew spring. And pouring it is so easy in the morning. I just literally like pour my coffee and I don't have to think about it. I don't have to make it. It is fantastic. With that, couple recipes I'm loving. I will always love the Trader Joe's brown sugar oat milk creamer. I just think it's really good. It's delicious, but I've also been loving a maple salt kind of situation. So I will actually do a little bit of Himalayan pink salt with maple syrup and then a little bit of almond milk. And I put that in my cold brew or sometimes my espresso, depending on what my drink is for the day. So good. So freaking good. Okay. I love it so much. It's just my recipe that is really doing it for me right now. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about some faith-focused habits favorites. First of all, I switched my Bible in December. I asked for a new Bible for Christmas because I had one of those like coloring Bibles, which is fine, but I've had it literally since I was 13, I think. And so it was the pages were pretty full, and also I'm just like not really like a coloring person in that way. So I got a new Hosanna Revival Bible. Stunning. She's stunning. Every time I look at it, it like makes me happy and like makes me feel so excited to get in the word because it's just so sweet. Okay. So I love that so much. Two kind of more focus centered things that I'm loving. Hustle Sanely Planner. I would die without this thing, and I like actually I'm not sure I'm kidding. Okay. The Hustle Sanely Planner keeps me organized, keeps me on sane. Like I love this Hustle Sanely Planner so much. And then I use it with my Google Calendar. So my Google Calendar will be more focused on appointments and events that I can't forget because when I'm on the go and someone's like, hey, can we get coffee? I'll quickly pop that in my Google Calendar. But then my Hustle Sanely Planner is like making sure I'm moving forward with my life, sticking with my habits that I want to focus on, all of that. So between those are really, really great. Another app that I love besides Google Calendar, the Fit On app. Okay. This is a free app with free workouts. 10 out of 10. It is the sole reason that I've been able to be consistent for the past year in working out, moving my body for 4 to 5 times a week. Okay. It's amazing. First of all, it tracks your workouts for you. So like you get this really cool graph of like every day that you worked out. And there's something really visually appealing about being able to be like, okay, wow, like I need to work out today to keep my habit going and to keep my calendar full. I don't know. Maybe that's just me needing like validation, but I love it so much. It is great because the workouts are free. So there's paid versions where you can get like better music and they'll help you with like a diet plan and stuff. Or I think they even have like some counseling on there for like emotional health. That's all great. I don't pay for anything. I literally just use the actual workouts. So they have strength training, they have yoga, they have Pilates. I mostly stick with strength training and Pilates. Those are really the only two that I focus on, but I also have noticed that they've got some like fun like dance and kickboxing that I'm kind of intrigued by, and I think I'm gonna start trying. But it's completely free, like literally free. There's no commercials in your workout, there's nothing. I will use this forever. Love it so much. The last little bonus thing that I'm loving is my red light face mask. It's a little luxury, okay? It was $130. And to me, it was 100% worth it because again, I was on this skincare journey and I've been just like really working towards a lot of health things. And I knew that red light was going to specifically help with the inflammation. I use the purple light a lot of times too because it mixes the blue light, which is a bacteria killer, with the red light that'll help with the mitochondrial cells. There's a ton of science behind it. Highly suggest you research it because it's amazing. It's like a little wellness spa at home. So I will literally have my Bible study and then take like 15 to 20 minutes with my red light mask on to just like sit. And it's so nice. Love it so much. And then I would be a literal like liar if I did not mention my favorite product of all time, which is my Kindle Paperwhite. I don't know what I did before I had a Kindle. I like don't know how I survived, genuinely. My goal is always to read 100 books a year. Even on years that I like crush that goal and read 150, I always return to 100 books a year because I never want reading to become a chore or I'm only reading for a specific reason. This doesn't include audiobooks for me because I'm a big audiobook podcast person. So any like personal growth development or topic, I will usually do that in podcast or audiobook form. But I love my Kindle. It's my favorite. I like could not survive without it. So that's why I have to share it with you, okay? So these are my top things across my life that I am loving right now. I do not want you to ever feel like you have to buy anything, but if you've been thinking about one of these items, highly suggest it. These are my honest opinions. And so I love talking about these faves. If you have another fave that you think I would love, feel free to DM me. And if you have any more follow-up questions about one of these items, literally just let me know because I love to hear your go-tos and I love to get all of your questions. So anyways, love you lots and see you next week.